This is another episode of SalsaNerds TV, and I am your host, Cheech Marin. And today we're going to be interviewing Gabriel Torres and Johnny Rumba with his new studio, Boogie Down Dance Studio in Brandon, Florida, 160 North Parsons.
Hello, hello.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Pretty good, man.
Great. Thanks so much.
All right.
Good to be here.
Awesome, yes.
So, this is basically for both of you guys, Gabe and Johnny. When did you get started in your profession? And Gabe is a essential bachata, and Johnny is, he's a salsa, a little bit of everything. He's got this cha-cha-cha.
It's the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let me hit you off, Gabriel. Can you tell me when you first got started, maybe a little history on the sensual bachata and
Yes.
what the differences are between traditional bachata?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Like you said, my name is Gabriel. I'm a sensual bachata instructor. I started like 5 to 6 years ago. I was in my house and I started hearing music. Basically, my background is from salsa, but for some reason, bachata caught me more. Because I like the body movements and the isolations. That's one of the most important things of sensual bachata is the body rolls compared to the regular Dominican style, which is more stand up, more 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the sensual bachata is more smooth, closer, a lot of body movement, body isolations, timing. The timing changes a little bit from the Dominican style to the Central. Dominican style is more like a lot of footwork, from the fundamentals of a lot of footwork. Central bachata is more body rolls, dips, hand movement, a lot of styling. That's basically the difference. And what brought me to the Central bachata was that, like I was telling you, I like to be able to work with my follow closer and be able to feel what I'm doing. And when it comes to the history of sensual bachata is that the follow and the lead gotta be very, very strictly combined together for everything to come out good. If not, there could be injuries and things like that of that matter.
Right.
So that's basically.
So, also I hear that you're going to be doing a workshop here in Johnny's studio, Boogie Down Dance Studio, June 30th.
Yes.
This year, 2018, and it's at 1 p.m. and
Yes.
it's for 3 hours. I said.
That's correct.
Okay, and information. You're going to have the information on it, the pricing and
Yes.
ticketing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, first of all, I'm so excited. You gave me this. I'm excited. I'm honored to be next to this legend. Of everything. I've been learning a lot of information, which is making me grow better as a dancer as well. It's helping me a lot for my style. That day I'm gonna be teaching a 3-hour, like you said, from 1 to 4. I'm gonna go over from the basics to intermediate to advanced.
That's cool.
Hour by hour,
Yeah.
hour by hour. Like the first hour, I'm gonna concentrate on the basic of the foundations of musicality. Hear the music, turns, irregular patterns, how the girl gotta move, how the guys gotta move, turns, things like that. Then intermediate, we're gonna go a little bit more into a couple of dips and things like that. Then advanced, then we're gonna review everything and a little bit more of dips, body movement, body control, isolation, things like that. And the cost is good because we're only going to be charging in advance $25.
In advance. I mean,
In
at
advance.
that door, if you didn't sign up
Yeah.
or went to the event page to say you're going, the door is going to be 30. So just
Exactly.
And that's for 3 hours.
That's
so.
3 hours is still a deal.
And I've taken Gabe's kick classes before, and he really explains it well. He goes over anything that you might be having a rough time, and he just goes over it until you get it. And at the end, what I really like what he does is the females dance with him, and the males dance with his female partner,
Yeah.
and so we can get a feel of
Which is very good
how it is,
because,
yeah.
because through the workshop, you know, I'm always switching. So obviously, some of them know how to dance, some of them don't. And if I would have been taking a workshop, I want to get a feeling of the real deal.
Right.
Of what I'm paying for. So that's why I would think about myself. How would I feel if I'm taking something? So dancing me with all the women and my partner dancing with the men, that's awesome because then they really know what they were taking really works. It's not just me and my dance partner. They could actually practice it with somebody that really knows how to dance it as well, which is good. That's very good.
All right, Johnny Rumba.
You can just call me Johnny if you want.
All right, Johnny.
Cheech Marin.
Yeah. All right, so give me a little history on you, your background, and
I want to hear about that.
yeah.
Like I said, you know, I'm always talking about being libertarian, but I believe in volunteerism. It's very big for me, you know. So I started really. Really, I learned salsa like anybody else, going to a school, going to the nightclubs, learning as much workshops as possible, just like anybody who wants to be good at dancing. But I really, when I started getting my kick, it's really when I started giving back, which was in my community where I was living, there was a need for, you know, salsa instructors, and so I ended up actually having this kid come by selling something, and he was like, I was listening to music, salsa music, and he was like, oh, and then that's how I started. Next thing you know, I had a group of kids that I was teaching salsa, and it just kind of transformed. Now, I, by any chance, probably wasn't the most qualified person to teach salsa at that time. You know, I knew how to dance, and, you know, I was more of a dancer than an instructor, so I learned through hard knocks and, you know, to get much better at it, and through years, you know, but I was fond of those times. I really as a matter of fact, my dance studio now here in Tampa is called Boogie Down because the dance team was called Boogie Down. So that's basically how I got started. And when I got bigger, as I got better and, you know, got more wiser, informed to the dance, I ended up working in nightclubs and stuff like that. And I worked in nightclubs before as a DJ, you know, and all that during the time that I was growing up learning to dance. But I went back to the nightclubs because people started getting to know the team a little bit and things like that. And so we started like I started working a lot in nightclubs actually, and that's how I, you know, got my start mostly in getting to be known was just working in clubs and stuff like that and being a judge. I've done a lot of different things in salsa. But mainly my greatest pride and joy is not that I learned to dance salsa and now have my own studio, but because I was giving back to these kids.
Yeah, that's the best feeling.
Yeah.
Because I've done that, and there's nothing better to see that when you're teaching something that you love, you do it with your heart, with a lot of passion. And then when you see that you bring smiles to people and you see them dancing it, there's nothing better than that.
It's like that old saying, it's better to give than to receive.
Right. It pays off. I think it's paid me. I think that honestly, I don't know if it's karma, I don't know what you call it, but it has paid me back because I'm here. You know, I'm here, and I've talked to some of the kids, and they're like, "Wow, you know, you stuck with it, and you got your place like you said you wanted to." And so it is. I'm proud of, you know, that I've done that, and I'm still looking to service my community. And by the way, I also do bomba. When we had the dance team, I had a mentor before in Africa, Caribe in Chicago. Hello to those people. When I started, I started teaching bomba to the kids. I had more of a program than it was a dance team. And when I started teaching percussion, and then I actually, because I couldn't teach any further because I wasn't the man at that time to be, so I started going to Chicago, the city, to go to this place called Africa Caribe, where they taught us, you know, how to play percussion, specifically to bomba.
Okay.
And that's what I plan to do here, is kind of have that as also to teach bomba here, just the way that I learned and how they service their community over there, which was the hood, by the way. But they, you know, what they did, I think, was impacted me more, and I want to do that same thing here.
All right. Let's talk about a little bit about your salsa. What's your favorite kind of salsa or type of salsa?
I definitely I like more upbeat salsa. I like all kind of salsa, to tell you the truth. I really do. I don't care if it's romantic. I don't care, you know. But I do favor more of onto kind of a feel to it. You know, I like old school. I like anything that has a strong beat with especially on the conga and especially the slap. I like that. It doesn't have to be fast, but I like a nice, simple. I like to hear, the instruments very well, so, but I enjoy all kind of salsa, especially Latin jazz and things like that,
And I hear that you're a big fan of cha-cha-cha?
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
Yeah?
Yeah, cha-cha, I've always been learning since I was like 10 years old with my mom because she was the first one putting, I don't know if I was doing it on one or on two, I'm probably doing it on two. But yeah, cha-cha has been more natural for me than salsa, actually, matter of fact. I started learning salsa dancing in about like 14, and it wasn't really salsa, it was more like I was dancing in like cumbia, until like I think I became like 19 or 20, and then someone said, no bro, you gotta do it forward, and that's got me to want to learn more, so that's how I ended up going to classes,
Yeah, I have a question now. Now that you're talking about cha-cha, because sometimes when I'm dancing my central bachata or bachata, sometimes like the cha-cha comes out automatically.
Yeah.
Like it blends in so easy with bachata.
Yeah, it does.
That's why when he started asking about cha-cha, I'm very interested in knowing because
they come from I think they come from very similar backgrounds, and I think that's why they mesh very well, and sometimes it feels like there's a syncopation in the music within cha-cha, and I believe the same thing with bachata. I think that's why we're able to do it, and it has a very similar feel. Has a and to me, cha-cha-cha is a universal dance. So I enjoy dancing cha-cha and bachata to R&B music. We talk about this all the time. Where I love to do it, to funk and R&B, and I get into it, So I do enjoy it. And I like it because I think bachata is universal too. It's very But cha-cha-cha it's just like like a swing too. Very universal and certain. You could do it to almost anything.
Yeah, and I like that, doing it to different kind of music instead of going into these socials and they're playing the same songs all the time.
Right.
Sometimes it's good to go out of the box and
it's always
put something different in there.
Right, I get tired of guajira.
Keep it fresh.
I get tired of dancing cha-cha to guajira or and I do like guajira and I like some montuno. I just really get into it when it's different music. Where I know that I still could find the two in R&B, and if you guys don't know how to do that, come to me and I'll show you.
That's right.
And there's nothing better because sometimes when you stuck like in a pattern of dancing just one kind of song or rhythm is bad because there's nothing better to dance what you like to do and to a song that you really like and you could just make some
express yourself in there.
That's the best feeling anybody can have.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very good.
I find it a little. I mean, I know that salsa you could do those things too, but I think it's limited. I think cha-cha is much easier to reach all those cool songs and stuff like that.
So, Johnny, what's the plan for Boogie Down? What classes you're gonna have? Obviously you're gonna do salsa. You're gonna do cha-cha-cha. You're gonna do what else? I plan also to have bomba. Bomba is very important for me. Percussion, and also I'm gonna have musicians. A music teacher coming in and actually teach out here if the need is for people that want to learn music and stuff like that. So I'm trying to be versatile. I want to be open. I don't want my bias to ever stop anything that's new, as long as it's a good instructor and a quality. Then I want everything in the school, and I want everything represented. But I also want to service the community, which is really important for me.
That's very good.
Yeah, more important than anything is to service the community. That's why in Bomba, I'm only charging $5 for kids, and 15 for the month, 25 or 35 for adults, or $10 for drop-in. So I'm trying to.
That's very good.
Just to bring that, because that's a cultural thing. We're out by Brandon and Valrico. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans out here, and I want to pass on my culture. So Rumba and all those things will be coming here. I want the right instructors to be teaching and good percussionists, because I know that I can't do everything, but I want good percussionists that are going to be here. It's also easier for me to build a band when I have all these great musicians here.
And another thing is, it's always important to bring all styles because that brings the dance community together. It's not separate like bachatero somewhere. No, we all love. We all have the same passion for dancing. Some people have salsa, some people have bachata, but we all one, and bring all styles and give the people that come in more options to say, okay, there's not only a salsero, there's not only a bachatero, this is all around studio, which is
So,
good.
so Johnny, so you're open to different kind of workshops and different
Yeah,
dances
yeah,
and genres and
Yeah, yeah.
kizomba,
I'm not
anything?
gonna be. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be. You know, even if, let's say, even if I didn't like it, I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna let my bias,
Right.
you know, dictate what's happening in the center of Boogie Down.
Which is good. It's open minded.
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be that person. I want everything. I want this to be a successful place where everybody can come in as a center for cultural arts.
And,
Hey.
and the most important thing is that people feel like home when they come.
Yeah.
A lot of trust,
Yeah.
confidence that they're getting quality.
Yeah, right here we you know, that's one thing I do want to say that we're just getting started, but with the people that we do have is like Cheers over here. Everybody knows your name, and Cheech, you know that too. You
Yeah.
know, we come in here.
And Renee makes you the best,
the sangria.
the best.
That's a
Yes.
that's an add-on. That's an add-on.
The water's $1, but the sangria is free, folks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The more it should be the
The
opposite.
opposite.
Sangria is free.